All right, I'd like to welcome everyone who's watching this live and those of you who are watching recording. My name is Chuck Williams, and I'm one of the leaders on the Cepeda team. This is the Monday night Zoom presentation where once a week we have somebody who is having success with the program. We kind of let them share their story, and then I'll kind of run through some of the details about the key products. There's 160 products, so if you don't mind, we won't go through all of them. We'll just go through a few of the key ones to help you achieve your results. And then also we'll spend just a few minutes talking about how you can get your products paid for. There's obviously much more opportunity than that. We have just literally dozens of people who earn $1 million a year with this program. So there's a big opportunity. But we keep focused on the small piece, teaching people how to make money to pay for their products where they get free nutritional food. And then those who want to build a big business, they can choose to do that if they want. So welcome to the Isagenix presentation. And this slide here is one of the most important slides because this company is built on integrity. The lady pictured in the bottom right-hand corner is Kathy Cooper. Her and her husband Jim are the two top people in the company, the owners. Also, John Anderson was the formulator, the developer. So those three started Isagenix right about 18 years ago. And this disclaimer is very important because we don't make promises. We don't claim to cure, treat any kind of disease or anything like that. We've seen incredible things happen, but we don't talk about those because of compliance issues. Basically, what we tell people is you put the right nutrition in your body, and God made your body to where it will produce miracles. Your body will. Also, as far as the income goes, we're not going to get a whole lot of income claims tonight. We have another call on Wednesday night where we have more of the business overview for the business side. Tonight, we'll focus mostly on the product, just a little bit about the compensation plan to where you can know that there is a compensation plan associated with this. This is a picture of yours truly, and I'll keep this very short, but I think it's important that I share my story every chance I get, so I want to share with you. The picture on the far left was me before Isagenix. In full disclosure, had actually lost a little bit of that belly fat before I got involved in Isagenix. But the final 23 pounds that I released were all due to Isagenix. And the key was I did not exercise, I did not diet. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. But I was able to release that weight with no exercise, no dieting, wasn't hungry. And it literally was a very easy thing to do. Once I decided to make this my business, I decided I would get in shape. And so instead of just losing the body fat, I went to the gym and I started working out. And the 4 inches I lost off my waist, I put 2 in the right bicep, 2 in the left bicep. And literally today, at 58 years old, I'm in as good a shape as I was when I was in my early 20s playing college baseball and football. Now, this is another athlete here. He's a good friend of mine now, Sam Bartlett. And I'm going to let him share his story just the way he wants to share it. If there's a few things I want to point out, I'll ask him. So I expect this to be one of our best interviews ever. Sam, I want to be the first to publicly congratulate you on a great accomplishment, having released 100 pounds. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't say lose 100 pounds because when we lose our keys, what do? We find them. Sam has no intention of finding this weight that he has released. He's donated it. It's gone forever. And he's going to be getting rid of a lot of those clothes, giving them to somebody who needs them. Sam, I am super excited to hear you share your story from start to finish. Maybe even a little before the start, you can share a little bit about how your wife Cindy got involved and drug you in kicking and screaming. So Sam, take it away, my friend.
First of all, guys, I'm super excited to be on the call tonight. Thank you very much, Chuck, for inviting me. So right about this time last year, and I know that because my membership just auto-renewed last month. My wife was introduced to the products, and she was actually diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. And she was struggling with energy, with losing weight. She had just been put on some dietary restrictions. She's actually dairy and gluten-free. So she was struggling with that. She was turned on to some products, or to the products. She basically tried to get me on the products. I was an athlete all through high school. For me, it was exercise, eat less, exercise, eat less. At the time, I wasn't doing either of those. So I said, nope, I'm not doing anything to lose weight. I saw her for years and years take every pill, every supplement, every shake, every drop, try every type of diet, Slim 180, Weight Watchers, Zone, Atkins, you name it, she tried it. I said, nope, I'm not doing anything. So we were actually on a little field trip with my daughter on our way to St. Genevieve, and we were actually coming back. I was locked in the Jeep on about an hour-and-a-half drive. I had no way to get out, and she basically just made me listen to every podcast that she could, played me a video. And at that point, I was actually more excited by the opportunity on the business side. But she said, hey, you have to be a product. You have to be a product of the product. So you can't be an associate without using the product. So that's fine. Sign me up. So honestly, it was just 2 shakes a day for me. That was it. That's the only products that I started with. So I would have a shake for breakfast and a shake for morning, or shake in the afternoon, and then a knife and fork meal. My schedule is super crazy. I start work about 2:30 in the morning. So the shakes are actually really convenient. So if the program's not easy for somebody like me, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to stick to it because nobody wants to make breakfast, in the morning, or, be lugging around this big, huge lunchbox or whatever have you. So the program is super, super easy. So it was 2 shakes and then a knife and fork meal. As we went on the first couple of weeks, I think my wife was more excited to bring me on than I was actually. But I gained so much energy. I felt so much better. I started to lose weight. And again, that's just 2 shakes a day, nothing else. No accelerator, nothing. In full disclosure, I did change jobs, so I did walk a lot. But before that, I was depressed. I had no energy. I mean, I was fat and sad, right? So once I started feeling better, it totally changed my mindset. So after about 3 or 4 months, I saw significant change. At first, I dropped 88 pounds, which was a huge accomplishment. And then I kind of hit a wall, struggled, would lose 4 or 5 pounds, gain 5 or 6 pounds, lose 4 or 5 pounds, gain 5 or 6 pounds. So I did that for a few months. And then here recently, I started using one of our keystone products, Cleanse for Life. But I don't do the 24-hour fast and cleanse. I'm doing a 12-hour fast and cleanse while I'm at work. So from the time I wake up until the time I get home, I basically fast and cleanse. And since then, I've lost an additional 22 pounds, which puts me at an amazing 100 pounds. A year ago, I never would have thought that I would have lost 100 pounds. To think about that was a daunting task, right? I mean, that was something, when you think of 100 pounds, I mean, that's a small person, right? That's a crazy amount of weight. So that's a huge thing. I mean, again, to me, it was I couldn't do it. I remember feeling terrible, being tired, and thinking to myself, I'll never lose weight, right? I'll never lose 100 pounds. I need to lose more than 100 pounds, but I'll never lose 100 pounds. With Isagenix and the products, I have done that. The support that you get, not just from the company, but from your enrollers, your team, it's amazing. It helps with my wife, with her being on the product as well. So any couples that can do it together, that is amazing. That will help you a ton. I get a ton of support from Facebook, from Chuck, from everybody on my team. So my family, I just mentioned them and their support. My son has lost about 88 pounds as well. And my wife, she is almost at 60 pounds. And again, she is gluten-free and dairy-free. Isagenix offers dairy-free and gluten-free options. So if you have those dietary restrictions, you can for sure still use the products. And with her autoimmune disorder, she's still losing weight. She's still getting healthier. She would spend hours and hours and hours sleeping on the couch. She would come home from work, be exhausted, and just sleep the rest of the day. We would, on weekends, we didn't do much because she was exhausted. Her disease basically put her on the couch. And for me, I always say that Isagenix, yes, it's given me a ton, right? I've lost 100 pounds. That's amazing. But the best thing that Isagenix has given me is my wife back. We have date nights now. We spent all day today running around having fun. We went out to lunch. we enjoy life again. We enjoy each other again. We enjoy our kids. Our kids enjoy us. They're messing around with the computers and doing stuff right now. Before, we couldn't do that, right? I was so unhealthy last year, I couldn't even cut my own lawn. I had to pay somebody to cut my grass. Now, baby steps, right? This is the first year in a long time that I was able to cut my own lawn. So again, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And this is not a diet, it's a lifestyle change. And if you can get your head right, there's nothing that you can't do. And I'm proof. Because if I can lose 100 pounds, if you have 100 pounds to lose, you can do it. If you have 50 pounds to lose, you can do it. The great thing is about the last 22 pounds is I was putting on lean muscle. My wife gifted me a Fitbit, and I, put on 2 holes just in the last couple of months over. So it made it 2 holes smaller just in the last couple of months. So that means I'm putting on lean muscle mass. The great thing is also is that if you're an athlete, you can use these products. We have professional athletes that are using our products now on our team. So it's not just for weight loss, right? And these athletes are seeing amazing results. So again, if you get your mind right and you stick to the program, you can do anything that you accomplish or that you want to accomplish, and these products can help.
Sam, you leave me no questions to ask. The main thing I wanted you to do is just share how your life has changed and what difference it's made. You do that beautifully. I'll tell you, when I talk to someone who's skeptical, I am so encouraged because you were the biggest skeptic I faced. I literally remember calling Cindy to encourage her when she was first getting started. And I asked her, is your husband supportive of this endeavor? And she told me, no, he's not only not supportive, he's super skeptical, he's negative. I got to hide the fact that I'm drinking shakes or he gets mad at me. And now today, you're one of the biggest promoters we've got on the team. Your success story speaks for itself. The changes made in your family. I still think about the time that Cindy sent us a text and how she thanked Diane and me that she now has her life back. And I just, thank her stepdad, Brian, who's a good friend of mine, who, got her started, and Evelyn, her mom. It's just amazing. And it really encourages a lot of people because we all have friends that have got themselves in a situation like you were, and they think there's no hope. They've given up hope of ever really having a fulfilling life again. And you're one more person of many that has proven that it is possible. It just takes steady discipline and doing the right things, and you gotta be ready. So, I like to give you just a couple more minutes. Is there any final thoughts that you'd like to share with people that are kind of checking us out and, wondering, can they do it? And just anything you'd like to share, and then I'll take it over and I'll finish up.
Yeah, for sure. So everybody says, oh, it's too expensive. A program like this is too expensive, right? It's not, right? Cindy and I have actually lowered our grocery bill because we're actually consuming meals through the Isagenix products. Yes, we're paying for the Isagenix products, so we've offset that, right? I want you guys to also think about this. How much money do you spend at McDonald's or Hardee's or Burger King, wherever, right? It's $5 or $6 for some kind of a fast food value meal, right? For a shake, it's like what, Chuck? Like $3 for a meal per shake? I mean, that's crazy, right? So you can't afford it. So that was one of the things with us was I had just lost my job whenever Cindy started her Isagenix journey. So the first thing that I asked her was, well, how much does it cost, right? We were blessed with a pack from Brian, her mother's husband. So, but you literally can spend, not a ton of money and get healthy. And that's one thing for me that's huge, that the company has something for everybody. They can meet you where you're at. So, and again, all the other programs out there, Slim 180, Weight Watchers, all of them, they're more expensive than Isagenix. And there's no maintenance plan, right? They don't change your life. They don't change your eating habits and things like that. But again, it is affordable, and you can do it. You just have to be diligent, and you can't give up. So again, anybody can. Isagenix is for everybody, I guess, is what I'm saying. It doesn't matter where you're at.
Sam, one last question. One objection I get sometimes is, well, I don't want to just drink shakes the rest of my life. In your journey and the loss of 100 pounds, did you eat any regular food too, or just shakes all the time?
Oh boy. So I love food. I love to cook. I love to eat. Of course, that helped me get into, the problem that I was, but it was more, I always tell people that Quick Trip made me fat. But of course that's not true. But yeah, for sure. I basically can eat almost anything that I want in moderation, right? It's just like everything else. You can't, have a 6-pound plate of spaghetti, right? I mean, you can't do it, but you have 2 shakes a day, in any order that you want. If you want to have one for breakfast and then have a knife and fork meal, you can do that. So we're a family of 4. I have a 20-year-old son and a 14-year-old daughter. If they come to us on Friday night or Saturday and like, hey, can we have pizza? Yeah, sure, right? So dad will have a couple pieces of pizza. I just don't eat half the pizza anymore. But the great thing is I'm getting the nutrition from the shakes. So I don't feel like I'm starving to death because my body's not getting what it needs, right? So a good analogy that I heard was this. If you buy a crazy sports car, right, and it's supposed to go 180, miles an hour, and you floor it and it's just barely going, right? Well, if you take it back to the dealership, they're like, oh, your emergency brake's on. Isagenix will take the emergency brake off your body and let your body run how it's supposed to. So yeah, I mean, anything. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I just made dairy-free, gluten-free gumbo for my wife. So I basically eat anything that I want to in moderation because it's not a diet.
Very good, Sam. Great job tonight. Everybody give Sam a big round of applause. 100-pound club, our newest member.
Thank you very much.
We're all very
Thank you,
proud of you,
Chuck,
buddy.
very much.
All right, if you're a guest on the call tonight and you're watching this video, I'm going to go ahead and go through a few more things for those who are live. But if you're watching this video, get back with the person who invited you, and they'll be glad to get you information on how you too can have phenomenal success with the program if you're willing to follow the program.